Hi guys, today we'll discuss directly proportional as well as inversely proportional concept. So here we have question number one, and it is f is directly proportional to g squared. Copy and complete the table. So we know from the definition of directly proportional, like one, if we increase the one quantity, the other will also increase. So if y is directly proportional to x, we straight away say y directly proportional to x, or y is equal to kx, where k is any constant of proportionality, like it can be any value of 1, 2, positive, negative. Here we have not straight question. It is linear to non-linear, okay? Like f is directly proportional to g squared, means we can say that f is equal to kg squared. Now, as you can see that the first column where we can see that the value of g as well as f both are given. Those two values, 2 and 12, will help us to find out k. We can say that here f is 12, k we are looking, and g is 2. So 12 equal 4k, and k equal 12 divided by 4, which gives me 3. So I found the value of k, which is 3. So my required relation of f in terms of g is f is equal to 3g squared. Now we can find out the missing values so that we can complete our table. When g is 4, what is the value of f? Okay, so at g is equal to 4, so we know that g is squared form, so 4 square gives me 16, and 16 multiplied by 3, 48. So here my answer is 48. And when f is given, how to find out g? So again, that equation will help us. F in terms of g, which is f is equal to 3g squared. Now f is given, okay? F is equal to 108. So if we replace here 108, we can easily figure it out what is the value of g squared. So g squared is equal 108 divided by 3. So if we check 108 divided by 3, it gives me 36. And once, as we know that left hand side squared form, so we will take square root both sides. Square can cancel square, the square root can cancel square, so we have g is equal to 6. We are looking positive values, so here we have the value of g is 6. I hope so you understand. We found value of missing g as well as f. If you have any question, you can. Now we will try question number 5, and what it says, the volume V in centimeter cube of a sphere. We know sphere is a 3D shape, is directly proportional to the cube of its radius. So it means we have two things. One is volume, which is V, and the other thing is we have radius. They say the V is directly proportional or varies to the cube of its radius, means r power 3. Fine. And then a sphere with radius 5 has a volume 523.5 centimeter cube. So by putting these values of radius and volume, we will try to find out k first. So that is the volume in terms of r. So if I replace 523.5 is equal to k, r is 5 and 5 cubed, and we know that 5 cubed means 5 multiplied 3 times, means that means 125k, and k is equal to 523.5 divide 125. So if I check in my calculator, it is 523.5 divide 1 to 5 gives me 4.188. So this is the value of R we can replace back in the equation, and that is V is equal to 4.188 R cube. This is V in terms of R. And then they say write a formula for V in terms of R, that is done. Calculate V when the radius is 20. So this is answer of B part. If we try that one, we are looking volume, and volume for R equal 20 centimeter. So here we have cubed. Again, we have to check in calculator. So 20 cube gives me 8,000, multiply 4.18888. That is equal to 33,504, and it is volume, so centimeter cube. Now, if we check the relation or sketch the graph of V against R, so that will help you this equation, this one. Where is the relation? Yeah, this one. You have to find out 2, 3, 4 values to construct a table. Like, for example, we can check at 0. This is, let's suppose this is R, this is V. And if we are checking at 0, both are 0, yes? And if we are checking at 1, so same value 4.188. And if you are checking at 2, so 2 cube means 8. 8 multiply 4.188, that gives me 33.504. And if you check one more, so that is equal what? 3 cubes. 3 cube means 27, yes? 27 multiply 4.188, that is equal 113. So don't go more because it would be too big, so difficult to draw. Then you have to draw scale also. So if you plot simply, it's a curve. If you plot like x-axis and y-axis, it's not a vertical line. If you draw a vertical line like that and another line, so along x-axis, y-axis, simply substitute the value or plot the value or coordinates. This is origin. At origin, we can say that 0, 0, and then here I'm taking R, and along y-axis, I'm taking volume V, okay? So volume V is little bit big, like 113. So still we have to make think about scale, like 2020, or it's up to you. But along x-axis, it's easy because I'm choosing 0, 1, 2, 3. Yes. So let's suppose here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But along y-axis, we need a scale. So let's suppose if I'm taking here 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and then of course 120 up. Anyway, the first point is 0, 0. So if you check, both are 0, 0 here, and this is not perfect. You can do it perfectly on graph paper, okay? At 1, it is 4.18. So a little bit up here, and at 2, it's 33, means behind 40. And from here, you can go from 2 straight away up. And then at 3, it is 113, means somewhere here up. So then you connect it. So it means you are you can find out as curve. It's cubic, this one. I hope so you get it, how to show on graph or sketch. And if you have any question, you can. Yes, guys, now we will discuss one question related to inversely proportional. And here we have one question. But remember that the basic formula of inversely proportional is when y is when y is inversely inversely proportional to x, we straight away say that y is inversely proportional to 1 over x, or y is equal to k over x. So this formula will help us when we have as normal equations like linear, and see what we have here. The life expectancy L days. So L represent number of days of a cockroach varies inversely. It is mentioned in the question with the square of the density. And for density, we will use D, okay? People per meter square of the human population near its habitat. And if L is 100, when D is 0.05, find the formula for L in terms of D. So as it is given that L is straight away inversely proportional to square, so we can say that L is equal to K over density square, okay? Square of the density means D power 2. This is the first form, but this is not our answer of the A part. They want the value of K. Then we can say that L in terms of D. So we have given L is equal to 100. I will replace here 100 and K over D. D is 0.05, 0.05, but it is squared, okay? Check in your calculator, so we will find out 100 is equal to K over, so if I check 0.05 square, it gives me 2.5 multiply 10 power minus 3, 2.5 multiply 10 power minus 3. Then by cross multiply, we will find out, multiply by 100, you will get 0.05, 0.25. Replace this value back in the equation. So we have L is equal to 0.25 over D square. So this is our first answer, L in terms of D, and then replace back or move on the second part. The life expectancy of a cockroach in an area where human population density is zero point 0.1. So we will see what is the life expectancy of cockroach where we have, so we have given what density, and remember that the formula is L is equal to 0.25 over D square. So L is equal to 0.25 over 0.1 square. So L is equal to 0. You can check in calculator was. So 0.25 divide 0.1 square, that gives me 25. So it means life expectancy is what? 25 days. L represent number of days. I hope so you get it, and we will see next. Now we will try inverse concept in one of the given table. Scientist gathers this data. So we have T as well as R, and the relation between T and R is inversely proportional, and they describe the collected data with these three given information. So one of the information is correct. We will try to find out which one is correct. So remember that the first information this mentioned are inversely proportional to, means R equal K over square root of T. So if I say the first value represent T, which is 1, and R is 20. So of course K is 20. Yes, square root of 1 gives us 1. It means K is 20. If I replace back R, the value of K here, 20 over square root of T, to check either we are correct or wrong. So for first, it makes sense. If you replace 1 here, of course you will get 20. But if you check the last column, over T value is T 10, yes? T. So R, then R must be 2. So here 20 over square root of 10, that does not give us exactly 2. So it means this relation will not work for us. So we will check the second one, this one, second one. Either it is correct or wrong, okay? So the second relation is, again, I'm writing direct because they already mentioned it, it's inverse. So R is equal to K over T. Now, in this relation, again, we can check with the help of first column when t is 1 and r is 20. So, of course, k value is 20, means k equal 20. So, replace back in the equation so that we can write r in terms of t, means 20 over t. And now we can check, of course, it will work for first. If you replace t1, so r is exactly 20. But we can check the last column also. Either we are correct or wrong. So let's suppose t is 10. So if I say 20 over 10, that gives me exactly 2. So as you can see that r is 2 when t is 20. So it means this relation is correct. So no need to solve or no need to check the third one. With the help of this relation, you can find out the missing value. For example, t is 4. So when t is 4, what is the value of r? So R is equal to 20 over 4. So R is equal to 5. Here you will write 5. When R is 4, when R is 4, what is the value of R? Are you there? What happened?